club with a baddie or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the floor, got me tripping to the steam. If they tryna get a bag, then they might've got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke, you a joke. Never thought it, you never ever know. All these pressing on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Good evening, ladies and gents. It is me, Josuave, here with Kian, and welcome to another night of Naos Community Night. Of course, for today, since it is Thursday, it is Farlight Day. Now, if you're interested in the other bang bang, that's gonna happen tomorrow. But let's focus on what's going on today. So, Kian, with the new patch coming out in Farlight, this is gonna be real fun. Now, I've been with one of the original broadcasts on Farlight, and it's been really fun, of course. Pero, but of course, syempre, explore tayo ng ibang games, no? Kaya tayo nandito sa Farlight. But of course, for today, we're gonna be having 3 maps each for mobile and for PC. So whoever else is out there, if you want to join in the weekly scrims for Farlight here in Naos, then don't forget to join the Discord, get your is it skirmisher role or the scrims role? One of those two. You'll see the instructions anyway when you get in there, and you can join all of the Naos community night. So Valorant, Farlight, which is happening tonight, if you do want to. And if I'm not mistaken, no, puno na yung lobby natin for tonight. But yeah, if you want to join the waitlist, you're more than welcome as well. But you know, the beauty of this is that this is a community scrim. We're gonna be seeing some pro players, some semi-pro players showing up. If I'm not mistaken, may nabasa ako sa loob ng Discord kanina na sumali yung NCG. My boy Pabi gonna be in there. So, of course, this is gonna be a really interesting night. It's gonna be a mixed bag of who's new, what roster has changed. Are we looking at people who actually want to do their best in Farlight as well, and maybe join in the FPC, which is happening right now. I'm gonna be on the broadcast this Saturday, by the way, if you guys want to join us there. And of course, if you don't know yet, Naos has 2, I repeat, 2 Farlight teams, 1 for mobile and 1 for PC, and let me tell you, they are cooking.
Speaking of cooking, they made quite a teaser just this afternoon, just Suave. Yung nakita nga nating PubMat kanina, annihilate the opposition.
Hoy. Ano yan? Annihilate. No, I think I saw the poster of that earlier. Of course, it was Valorant, and for some reason, Sage is holding a sword. I don't know what they're cooking, but it sounds like somebody wants to get into battle. No? Is it a tournament? Is it? I don't know. May bago ba tayong event? Are we gonna see each other in person again? I don't know. We're gonna see.
Hopefully we can see each other soon, especially for the fans out there. But we have to thank our sponsor for tonight. Many more never have to skip grocery time again. And if you could order your groceries online, good thing, meron tayong Merimart dito, just Suave. You can enjoy the same day delivery with Merimart delivery at MerimartWholesale.com.
I have no idea why my camera disappeared, but I don't know. But of course, Merimart being there, don't forget about the other sponsors that, of course, are making things like this possible. MTech, which is a gaming peripheral brand which strives to equip gamers with the best gear tailored to their style, enabling them to #dominate. So, of course, right now they have released the MTech Levi mouse and the Levi mouse pads, which, by the way, they are huge. If you're a low sense player like my good friend Choco, who's out there in the background, you can't hear him or see him, but he's right there. He's a really low sense player, and these mouses are gigantic, I can tell you that. And of course, on top of that, we have the Levi gaming chair, which you guys actually saw on the lower thirds earlier. Beautiful chair. I've tried it out back in Conquest, when we had that Naos booth. And those are comfy as all hell.
Speaking of comfy, if you want to get comfortable with your Naos merch, you can get your Naos themed jackets and jerseys at Delta and order right now so you can get that Naos drip. And I could just say, just Suave, everything that has Naos on it, it will always most certainly look fly as hell. You can visit them at deltasportswear.com.ph.
And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, a little birdie in my ear has told us that our lobby is actually full at the moment. And it looks like we are going to be going into a quick first map, which is going to be extremely interesting soon, no? Of course, changes. If you've been able to take a look at the patch notes, no, there were changes into how the circle actually closes, the safe zone that we're talking about. We've seen a very large population of people who hang out on Power Tree Station for a really long while, even on top of Batcave as well. And people don't like that. And as you can see, Farlight caring about their player base. they have made sure to avoid that. But now this is an interesting look at the lobby. Look at this. Nobody gonna go for Nova Planetarium or Nova Annex, and there's actually quite a bit of distance between these teams. We do have clusters of 2 or 3 teams per area on the map, except for some reason, Sora, who is all alone over in the middle of the map. I don't know what's going on here, but let's see. Right now we have Tyrant, we have X Beta, we have NU for Spade inside as well. GSRI playing with. Oh wait, no, this is the Naos team. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
because there's a little bit of a problem with my screen. But GSRI, one of the players on their team for some reason. Is this a sub? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Anyway, Ludi, maybe here on the inside does have some guns up. Unfortunately, gonna be thrown with all this. What in the world is going on, Olivia? In the front. Tried to make a statement here with the usage of the recon, creating the information for the rest of his teammates. But people are already down. Be a good start to the lobby for them, but they're gonna have to chase them down one by one to make sure that they actually do have no choice but to yeet out of there. Unfortunately, Mr. Cuevo has been taken down. Gonna be in a little bit of danger here because now about 2K coming right back up. Respawners enabled, and he's gonna be coming right in. Nairobi not gonna be able to fight back. Down, death from the sky raining down in bullets.
Yeah, you can see earlier from a player from Young is one of the things that was a bit changed from him is his tactical skill na hindi na siya yung jump pad. There is the blinding mark which gives a bit of a vision and an electromagnetic pulse that, marireveal nga yung mga kalaban niya. And this is very influential, especially for a scout that like him. But looking at it for this, Ludi trying to use all of the things in his expense as it's na lang talaga yung natitira dito against Naos. And okay, jumampa ba dito pataas? Oh my God! And that is an early squad wipe dito, just suave.
I mean, sakto lang naman, no? It's not exactly a squad wipe per se. We do still have the, what do you call this? The respawner is still up. Ben God mode? Wait, no, that's Ben God mode. The unkillable man himself has been taken down early in the game. And sometimes when you're a little bit too enthusiastic to take the fights, then you're putting yourself in danger. Of course, Hesi God mode. This is the spot that people hate. On top of Power Tree Station. This right here, Kian. This is why they had to put in that update for the safe zone to be changed. So it doesn't close on points like this. You're gonna be forced to worry about everything. Then there's this one squad that for some reason has found their way on the very top of Power Tree Station, looking down like the voice of God. Nobody will care. Nobody can see you up there, and you just wait for the circle to close. This is the reason why it closes. So he's not going to be able to stay there much longer. No.
Yeah, one of the things that made me probably not
I hate it.
Not good in terms of playing on those sides of the map, which I guess in Power 3 and beside Todd's Hot Rod was whenever someone was up there, you could not even kill them, you just have to wait them out. And speaking of waiting out, I guess this is just going to be a waiting game and looting. Wala masyadong nagkakapatayan dito, just wow. It's like most of the people here are just looking to get some loot and just trying to find the best possible ways of handling the matters over here, especially yung shields dito na medyo nagkaroon daw ng bago in terms of upgrading. It's now the level up for each players has has a buff in terms of like the HP. Hindi pala siya shields, but the HP of level 7 players for this game after the patch will now be 14 instead of 20. So double na talaga, and we will see a lot more gunfights go as long as I don't know till God knows when. Pero
Wait.
speaking of,
Look at this.
Huh?
You see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
what is happening?
He's playing the rat inside their own vehicle. I don't know how you do this in a hoverboat. I mean, I've seen this on a gunboat, but on a hover car like this, it doesn't usually happen. But of course, he's disappeared somehow. I don't know why. I do not know how. Pero now we're gonna be switching over to Riverview Park para sa kanila. Of course, we do have still 9 squads in the lobby, and the amount of space that's still available inside the circle, there's so much time, so much resources to worry about. I mean, usually we have 15 squads in a lobby, so it's gonna be a lot slower than usual. But look at this, Vision Erosion being thrown out to get Sora off of his back. NFT knows that he's here. This is VVAP trying to hunt them down. Mr. Sora on the outside, the noise being brought out, the war spiders. Now, the arachnids, good sir, we're in the Spider-Verse. Naghahanap siya ng target as the shields are gonna be going down. But now, Kez, it's gonna be seen, gonna be shot at from behind. The EMP out as well. Sora takes over the war spider, commandeers it for his own, but now he's taken down. Respawner is gonna be up. The sole person on this squad is gonna be first to relocate.
But now there's going to be an all-out brawl here in this area. Throwing the ultimate from the Cypher, and it looks like X-Beta will win this out. Visual Erosion is activated, but looks like X-Beta will try to find them out. Pero mukhang Mikake is down already. X-Beta is cleaning everyone up here, Joshua.
Yeah, it's way too clean as well, no? Although, again, it's still too early, but we do have a couple of squad wipes here. Down to the last 7 squads already, and the size of the map right now means that we're not gonna see a lot more action till much later. But now, some information being gathered. Divulge has been used to find NU4 Spade. Zunex from on top of the warehouse will be finding Roswell as the rest of the teams are gonna be making all this noise. Closing in, it's gonna be Yanni now down as well. The scav's gonna be coming out. Jurgen brought down, sprayed down from a distance as he's beamed down by NU4 Space, taking them down one by one. And to find it now. But Lim still surviving on the outside, aware that there is an opponent on top of the building. Try to relocate, get the artillery out of the way so he can't be used against him. And the rest of the team is actually going to be closing in. Lim getting sprayed down from the other side. But look at this, the cavalry is here. Zunex not going to be ready for another reinforcements now coming in for NU4 Spades, and Roswell takes him out.
And that is an company or literally an assistance that is so timely, na kung saan nakita nga natin that, you know, once the jump pad was there, he called his friends and they were out to help him and got his back. And look at it, for Tyrant, they already have orange shields. Pero mukhang ito na naman ang labanan dito. Visual Erosion is activated and yung 4 Spades is trying to live out this gunfight. But I guess NFT2 is being too clean with this. Pero mukhang may lalaban ba dito? X-Beta is here as well. So these are 3 squads fighting it out in just one building. And Roswell is the only one left here. Just
the only one left now for NU4 Spades is, I don't understand how they're still fighting up in that range, but he's gonna fall. Moroza finds him, and the rest of X-Beta, of course, on the outside trying to lick their wounds. But if you take a look at the map right now, X-Beta is still very aware that there's a risk that they can be taken down because they're not fully healed up yet. The amount of noise that was made here also exposes them to a lot of danger if a squad does decide to go in their direction. And that's Sora playing the rat just on the outside of the zone. I think he's well aware that he's not gonna be able to fight against this full squad since, of course, solo player lang siya, no? So, gonna be yeeting out of there now. Tyrant approaching the edge of the zone, aware that there may be some danger out here. Divulge being used up. They know there's no one here. It's way too early. Look at this. We have barely closed on the first safe zone. It's already down to the last 4 squads, and everyone's hungry for blood. X-Beta on the outside. It's vehicle versus vehicle. Neroza trying to take the shot. He does get Kazu down from on top of the roof. Dean on the other side as well, trying to keep himself safe. But Neroza and the rest of X-Beta are going to be closing in. Now, the use of Rald. Great usage of his utility right here as you have the EMP out to deactivate the abilities from the other players. Absolute Gravity pulling him in as well. Rald confused as to what he wants to fight down first, trying to hop around with fire. But right now, he's able to take down one more. And we're down to the last 3 squads. Tyrant is out of here.
Yeah. X-Beta just cleaned him out. From what it seemed like, X-Beta was hanging on to its last lives early on. Kanina, si Rod, umihikot-ikot lang siya doon. And every kind of utility and tactical skill was being thrown at him. Gravity and as well as the ultimate of the Cypher na kung saan hindi na nila alam ang gagawin. So it's probably going to be in Naos versus X-Beta here in the last fight. Because once again, kanina si Sora, siya lang naman dito yung nagsosolo squads dito, and I guess na-notify na nandun siya. X-Beta is trying to kill him out, but Naos and X-Beta full of utilities and full of shields right now. Now they've heard that they're on the other side.
They see.
Oo. Kitang-kita na nga talaga. But for what it's worth, the circle is still pretty big, and maybe against or over the water, they will try to battle it out with the aim, with no skills talaga.
I don't know about this, man. Divulge now being brought out. Naos has been spotted. X-Beta very well aware of where the target is, and they're trying to take these shots from a distance. It'll be a little bit dangerous, but at the same time, it's going to take a long time. It's now going to be a question of who will blink first, who has the patience, but it looks like Naos is very keen on trying to find their opponents right now. War Spiders in hand as they're closing in on the enemies. Sora on the other side trying to find some sort of purchase on the outside, trying to find a target to take down and possibly get himself to second place all alone. But I like this positioning from Naos, playing on top of the bridge, get the high ground. No, and the problem here for X-Beta is if they don't find some better positioning, problem now is whether or not they can actually find a target here. I think they are aware, though. You can see actually the bullets being shot at from on top of the bridge. TZ has a great angle here trying to take them down, but spray down the beaming coming in from Naos. Alabea so good as well. Now with the absolute gravity being brought out, they know that Rald and the rest of the company are still inside of this bridge. Quavo closing in on the dock side, Wrecking Duckball being brought out to keep himself safe. Naros is down for the count as he's trying to run away. EMP brought out as well. Now gonna be the clash between these two clans right now, with Rald trying to stay alive for the rest of it, but it's not gonna work out as well. He falls down now, just cleaning things up, but right now they're being shot at from a distance. He finds Sora on the other side. It's down to the last two squads, 1v4. Isle of Bea closing in. Sora with barely any HP, only a level 3 shield, trying to find the way to be the top of this lobby, but they're closing in. The War Spider with Sora right there. Quavo as well, closing in. Shotguns in your face. The tracking's not gonna be enough, but it's not gonna be any different. Of course, expect Naos to keep that home court advantage, man.
Speaking of home court advantage, what a nice kill for them. Even though that X-Beta was the one who were killing, who were doing the sweeps of the team, but you can see that Naos was there to meet them in the bridge. Eye for Night and everyone was there. Especially for X-Beta, they met how Naos can handle that just suave. And you can see that si Sora kanina, he was just waiting for the right opportune time to get the second place. Look at him. The only kill that he had was against Itzy. That was the backstab that ultimately X-Beta was extinct in that first game. And for Naos, they were just waiting for X-Beta to come into their crosshairs. And I guess they did. I didn't even know why the requirement for X-Beta was to go and go outside the zone and go inside the bridge, which they have options to go elsewhere. They have alternatives, but I guess after that initial gunfight na kung saan they're on the opposite sides of the islands, it was an inevitable. And you can see that I guess Naos was there to capitalize on that positioning.
Yeah, you know, the problem here actually, most of the time you don't want to be in the bridge because you put yourself in danger from so many angles, right? Because, of course, this is a suspension bridge, or whatever you want to call it, no? The problem with that is the fact that you're visible from the sides, you're visible from the front, and there's basically no cover. And that's how Naos was able to clean up X-Beta, because you had Rogue, you had Narosa move all the way forward inside of that container. And that opened them up to the absolute gravity, which ultimately led to their deaths. You know, they didn't even last very long. They even forced the ultimate out of Rogue as well to try and get out. But, you know, since they were outnumbered, they just got deleted there.
Yeah, they could have used the ultimate from Sunil actually there, because he was the one who are on the outskirts of that bridge, and while he was shooting his defender against Naos, his teammates were dying one by one, and after all of that expense from his teammates, he was backstabbed by Sora. So it was probably all for in vain, and Naos was there to clean them up and take the first spot here in this first game.
Of course, that's only map number 1, but we're going to be going to a quick break before we go to map number 2. Don't go away. More Farlight action after this short break.
From the club with a baddie or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the floor, call me tripping to the stew. If they're trying to get a bag, then they might have got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it when you never ever know. Only present on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
And we're back, ladies and gents. Of course, we came from map number 1. We're in Naos. Had a really interesting home court advantage, no? Medyo nahihirapan sila ng konti, but of course, may konting third party na nagpakita. Si Mr. I think his name was, what was his name?
Sora.
Yeah. From behind, no? Hindi expected ng ex-beta na may paparating sa may likod. And of course, Naos cleaned it up as always. Somehow, the one singular rat stayed alive till the end to get himself to the second place. But of course, that's gonna be the end of map number 1. We're gonna be going into map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. But before that, of course, we want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. Mainly, of course, Merrimart, of course, one of the favorite places to show up. They're your one-stop shop for everything you might need, whether it's cosmetic, pharmaceutical, or even just food, man. Whatever kind of needs that you have, Merrimart will have it because they, of course, have everything you might need. And you can visit them at merrimartwholesale.com. And if you're in a hurry, they also have same-day delivery.
And if you want to dominate in your games, in whatever you want, even doing office stuff, you have hashtag dominate with MTech, yung the equipped with the best mouse pad, and even the gaming chair out there. You can get yours now at mtechshop.com.
And I actually really tried that gaming chair back in Conquest, and
Yes.
well, that was one of the few upsides of that day. But of course, moving on, we have another sponsor, Delta Sportswear, where you can also get your Naos team jackets and jersey. You can order them right now, so you can get that Naos drip at deltasportswear.com.ph. I have my own, but it's in the wash. I'd wear it today, but it's still wet.
Unfortunate, but if you want to stay comfortable and if you want to be in a safe environment outside of your home, you can do it with Hotel 101. All facilities are regularly sanitized and maintained into offering a safe and happy stay for you and your friends or family. You can reserve a room now at hotel101manila.com.ph.
Yes, and of course, for those people watching on YouTube, don't forget, of course, to subscribe if you haven't. I think, if I'm not mistaken, only 24% of our viewers are subscribed, so don't be shy to subscribe and click on that little bell icon so you can get an idea of the new content that we're cooking up, of course, including the community nights and what other Naos esports videos you guys, the rest of the team is cooking up for the future. But of course, that's basically why we're here, man. If you guys want to see my face or Kian's face or the other casters as well. Siyempre marami kami, no? I don't wanna forget about the name, so I'm just gonna say everyone else.
Everyone. But speaking of cooking Naos, earlier we saw just that quite a big teaser just this afternoon, and nakita nga natin kanina si Sage may dala-dalang espada, so hindi ko talaga alam kung ano ang mangyayari. Probably something of a big event nga naman that Naos is literally trying to organize and cooking nga naman.
Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, I just saw the poster again, and I think Jet's holding is that a spear or is it some sort of a magic staff? I don't know what they're cooking here, man. But I mean, it's a little bit of a trip, no? Yung to see the Valorant agents, instead of holding guns, they're actually holding medieval weapons.
Yes. I don't
Pero
know.
ito na nga, I think
but-
Birdie has called into my ear. Sabi niya, pare, malapit na tayo magsisimula.
Uy.
Sumakay na kayo sa mga capsule nyo. Aarangkada na nga mga kaibigan. We're gonna be going into Sunset City for map number 2. Which of course, we do have slightly less teams, I think, this time around. So, it's gonna take a little bit longer for us to finish this game. A little bit longer before we actually see action, but possibly a little bit faster as well, because kaya nga mas konti yung squads that you have to worry about later on, no? Talking about map number 1, I think we had a really interesting behavior when it comes to the drop points, na naghiwa-hiwalay sila para sila na grupo-grupo. In each corner of the map, we actually had 2 or 3 teams battle it out before it ended up with just the last 3. So, I don't know if we're gonna see that same behavior here in map number 2, but we can only wait for it to happen.
No one even dropped in the heart of Carnival, so you can see that 2 teams earlier on from the first initial gunfights or shootouts, which in Power 3, Naos was fighting 1 squad, pero sa Tin Man and Hot Rod, there were like 3 to 4 squads in which X-Beta was there to win and meet Naos in the last minutes of the game. So it was a very usual and common type of thing in a scrim, that there is not much value in dropping in the middle of the Sunset City, because not every time that the shield is there, and you would want a place that you can have not just the shields but also the vehicles to be mobile in doing and in roaming around the map and finding the enemy squads. And you can see that, speaking of in the heart of Carnival, actually X-Team is there to drop them out, and pero sa Sunflower there are 3 squads fighting it out. VVAP, SICW, and NU4 Spades are there, pero doon naman sa Power 3 you have 2 squads also. And walang nag-drop dito sa my southeast side, pero I guess NU4 Space is already down. And you can see that VVAP Chronica, yung isang kasama ata dito ni Sora na I don't know what happened. Maybe a different kind of player. But I guess Sora found his teammate, but he is there to avenge this and get some redemption of his own. And waiting for them is going to be NU Force Page on the other side of Sunflower.
Yeah, no, the interesting part here, of course, is the fact that BVAP, they're actually doubling down on this, right? Usually when you get caught in a situation wherein you're not able to get the guns up as early as possible, you need to relocate when the respawners come in. But of course, they have been using that. Now they're doubling down, making sure that they do have some sort of loot on the other side. But of course, that comes with its risks, like right now. Taichi finds them. He knows that they don't have much guns, they don't have much armor, in fact. And with the usage of the Hound and the Fanatic right in their faces, point blank, he gets shot down. Great usage of that here, but now NU Force Spades closing in on the rest of the VAP from the other side. Again, the shotguns are the bane of this team.
Yeah. Next beta in the kill feed is actually doing well. Pero mukhang nandun muna si Jim. Hindi muna siya nagkakapakita. Pero I guess here, fighting it out, and look at
wrecking that ball.
Peter is wrecking ball indeed. And T2 is invading this house. And they opened it with doors doubling down. And FT2 is there to, you know, mode. Pero X-Beta is there as well. And now they're shirking and circling them down. Mukhang X-Beta, this will be the end of them. As you can see, that Rold is only the one. Oh, actually, Itzy is there as well. And I guess if they want to win this, they have to go upside and take them out.
Oh,
and who is not in a good position dito, Juswab, kasi kung hindi sila makakatagpo. And that is one of the things that X-Beta can do very well, is using the height advantage for their own. And X-Beta is doing it perfectly.
Yeah, you know, the beauty of playing a Battle Royale game is you have all this cover that you can play around and keep yourself safe from the gunfire. But if you are X-Beta and you're actually hungry for blood, you know how to play inside of these buildings and eliminating the threats on the inside as well as you play forward. But the beauty of this right now, Zonex, you're able to take one down, but it's going to be just the reinforcement from NU Force Spades, cleaning them up. Now there's going to be a second new player coming in from SCAW. It's not going to work out again. I don't know how, but NU Force Spades seem to be immortal here. Kailang beses na silang sumubok na mapatay ng mga kalaban nila, but man, throw everything you want at these guys. They're not gonna fall.
And VVAP earlier was already down. Si Sora kanina naghalap ng kakampi, but they were the ones who were initially down, who were initially out of this game. And now, almost. So that was a good try for NUX for, you know, trying to battle them. And you can see that Sora is still alive.
EMP.
It's on the different side of the map, and you can, the EMP is making it sure that he can still be alive, but the number of health is just so slim, and that is the end for them. And this is the follow-up. NUXL is looking to take this home against this team of UD1.
You know, the problem here is that they're picking the wrong fight. NUXL are the champions of some of the best fights happening in the first community tournaments for Farlight. So these guys are not somebody you want to pick a fight with. But right now, they're gonna try and make a name for themselves once more, since they didn't get too far in the last lobby. Cleaning up an entire squad in the process right now as they're trying to close in on the remaining members of VUD1 and VUDM. But on the outside, Hesi, God Mode being found down by the absolute gravity as Naos is closing in as the third party. Ludi on the very top as the rest are closing in, trying to find the targets. All the ultimates being brought out as well, but Ludi's gonna be dropped down. I love Bea trying to close in. They know where VUD1 is. Now in the middle of the barracks, Pau 2K trying to find something with the movement being really good, but Pivo's gonna be dropped down. Pau 2K trying to come in as reinforcements, spraying down onto 2, but it's not gonna be enough. I love Bea now with the usage of the incendiary, trying to clean them up one by one. One has already fallen, and the other also inside of the War Spider running away. Ben God Mode being beamed down from a distance. It's 3 squads, a continuous fight that's not going to be ending anytime soon. Marzu going to be down for the count as the rest of NUXL trying to piece together what's going on now. Now dropping back down with the use of the responders as well. Alvea cleaning up Nairobi on the inside of the barracks. Quavo on the outside, dropping down one more member of NUXL. Ben God mode bleeding out, and now X-Team is gonna be closing in. There's all this chaos coming in from all the sides, and the absolute gravity, the divulge, and the EMP being brought out. Quavo has no choice but to get out. Now it's trying to run for their lives, and somehow they still survive.
What? 4 squads are converging in, and this is Naos very baffled on what is happening because X-Team literally just came as the gunfight is almost concluding, but you see that Ayla Bea is the only one left overall, but X-Team is looking to clean up what Naos is trying to finish earlier. NUXL and VUD1 is looking to fight out X-Team as well. And Josuave, this is an all-out brawl na kung saan inside the zone. So this has a bit of a chip damage that will determine on the gunfight. And now Tox is out, and that is VD1's demise. And Hezi Godmode, the only one left for NUXL, will be looking to get some redemption for his teammates. And that is X-Team getting perfect timing for the third party against a third party by Naos Esports.
The thing is, right now, this is only the first zone, so there's not much motivation to try and stay alive on the outside, right? You don't want to run away just yet because it's not too painful, but at the same time, you are risking the fact that this is going to be a lot more painful as things go forward. Now, NU4S, just on the outside of the Batcave, playing to their strengths. Know that there is no risk on the outside here. There's no noise being made. And since this is only the first zone, there's so much real estate that they can cover. Find a good position, create the opportunity for you to get as much loot as possible so that you are prepared for somebody that might want to take you down. Hesi, though, where that X-Team is here, lurking on the outside of the zone. He think he's going to be making an attempt to rat it out here. If you actually take a look, you got some rocket tarantula and red zone fodder being thrown into the mix right now. I love Bea. On the outside, I don't know what's going on here, but it seems that X-Team is going to be yeeting out of here. And the remaining player of Naos is still trying to stay alive on the outside.
Yeah, they're trying to, revive all of the players that were down earlier or that were killed from that crossfire. And now, NU4Spades is looking pretty good here. No initial people were trying to kill them out. But this is a very quiet spot for them. Especially earlier na kung saan near Novatarmo already a cemetery of sorts for them. Kasi kita-kita nga natin that 4 squads were almost down for that few minutes na kung saan Nikag or X-Team was there to clean them all up. And X-Beta, nabawasin sila ng isa dito. It's now all on GE, it's in roll. Pero look at the map that is Hezi God mode already out and in Naos. So this is not a map na kung saan Naos will be looking to get some wins overall as they're being cleaned out from that other side of the map. But I guess X-Beta will be looking to meet NU4Spades here, just Suave, and kahit naman naka-orange dito and naka-violet, this is going to be a good fight, especially when it's going to be a 3 versus 4 against NU4Spades and X-Beta, and now using that Rattle to get some barrage of sorts. Pero mukhang magkakapush na sila dito here in this inside of this container in shipment.
Now the MP being brought out, able to deactivate one of the players from NU4Spades. He will have fallen, but the rest of X-Beta still on the outside. Roswell, not aware what's going to be going on the outside. Yanni trying to find the target on the inside. Now, there's all this chaos from the outside. Now, with the rocket launcher, the rocket tarantula raining down death from the sky, and the rest of X-Beta trying to close in. Dizzy, damaged on the outside, still bleeding. It's now a question of who can play with the background the most. Raul gets sprayed down from a distance. Now, GE as well. Cleaning him up. X-Beta survive that fight and even bring back Raul from the dead.
Yeah, NU4Spades was the one who had the numbers advantage but didn't have what it takes to take down X-Beta. I guess that is what the one who, got backstab early on. They want revenge and they want to take this to a win. And I guess X-Team will meet NFT2 here. Pero mukhang back muna daw sila dito. Even though he got stuck there for a bit, there's not a good position for them to be in. Now, without any you know, visuals early on kasi makita nga natin X-Team is looking to reposition dito. Just probably to go near the circle from now on.
Yes, the beauty of this, you have X Beta playing inside of Tin Man Industrial and the rest of X Team taking their own territory here. It's all gonna fall down to how the zone will close because you have 3 squads very well alive in this abundant space still in the map, but it looks like X Beta is gonna be closing in. The usage of the optic camo to get X Beta close. Rald be playing with their emotions right now because there's gonna be presence coming in from the bridge, presence coming in from X Beta. X Team is gonna be barraged that from all sides, but here comes the absolute gravity. Rald switching over to the wrecking duck wall to get himself out of danger, and the vision erosion as well to keep them out of the vision. But look at this, GE on the outside, he has been spotted. The war spider in their face, absolute gravity being used as well to take him down, but the EMP deactivates him. Switch over to the war spider, not gonna be able to stay alive, not gonna be able to run away. There is no safety here. That was a 1v4 and he could not fight back, but now NFT2 trying to close in and get their fallen friend if they can.
Yeah, you can see that they want to reposition themselves and recuperate as much as possible because X-Team is looking to clean up NFT2 here. And now it is going to be the 4 versus 2, actually. And with the numbers disadvantage for NFT2, they don't want to take this to a gunfight that they're in a very bad position. They want to take the height advantage for them. And now, even though they don't have what it takes as of now because X-Team will be looking to clean them all up. Pero si Invoker and Kaz, they can still, do the impossible of 2 versus 4. Kasi nakita nga natin na kanina, X-Beta was there to win a very much heated battle na they were not even on an equal spot and they won it for that initial gunfight. Pero mukhang X-Team is now not even trying to attack here. They're healing up. They don't want to be reckless and aggressive without even taking to a plan. And I guess Iya wanted to push, and now this is an autobots rollout for them. Wala pa si Vencakes dito, so kayang-kaya ng NFT dito to win and possibly get the kills that they want. Pero mahirap umakit dito without the necessary, but with the War Spiders, this is going to be a vision erosion. Pero the scan was there also by the Cypher. So they're going to wait it here, Joshua.
They know exactly what's going to be going on right now. The EMP on the inside as they're trying to corral them into a corner, playing on top in the sky. Kaz will find the kill onto Vencakes. One person is already down for the side of X-Team. The rest of the team still reeling, gasping for breath, trying to stay alive on the inside. But NFT2 have taken full control of this. He has Kaz at the very top with a level 5 shield. Problem now is he's unaware of where X-Team is actually situated. 3 people at the bottom inside of the warehouse. And this is, of course, the last 2 squads. So he's going to have to be very careful here. One wrong move and he is going to be decimated right now. And they last saw him on the very top. He's going to try and eliminate the threats one by one. Absolute gravity on one side forces him to switch over, change the angle at which he's trying to find the vantage point, but it's not going to be enough. They're still playing around outside of his vision. There goes the scan as well. Ia still going to be on the inside. He switches over. Kaz gets one, but it's not going to be enough. X-Team walk away victorious.
Yeah, there were a lot of third parties and some squads that were initially trying to clean and trying to, live and heal, but there was one who would not even give them the chance to do such things. Now, congrats to X-Team to winning this second game. And early on, kanina nakita natin that Naos was actually squad wiped from near the Novatarium and they were not able to defend their game to defend their crown for this game. You can see that X-Team, NFT2, and X-Beta, they were all converging from the outskirts of Tin Man, and it all eventually boiled down for Kaz to try to take the impossible from a 1 versus 3 to win, but he only got one, unfortunately, and that was X-Team all over in this game. And now, kitang-kita niyo yung numbers dito. Naos is the 6th squad to be alive, and Nakita natin na kanina si Sora tumawag dito ng kampe. Just but it was not for something. He only had 0 kills. But in that Sunflower shopping mall, yung nandun na sila, 3 squads. So it was not entirely about, attacking in terms of like being aggressive, being tactical. And it was more on going into the haywire and, whatever is in that mess you want to clean up, and they did that specifically in outside of Novatarium and in that Tin Man. Nakitang-kita nga natin na when you're third partying, when you clean up, that is a good position and that is a good thing for you, and it will make Battle Royale easier, and in that game X-Team did that perfectly.
Yeah, really can't go wrong with that. You want to get your tactical advantage, whether or not it's in the kind of cover you have or in the positioning. If you have the high ground, then it's a better angle as well to try and take the fight. But of course, at the very end, it all just came down to a game of numbers. They were able to take them down one by one. And when it came down to the last person standing, all they needed to do was hunt him down. But of course, that's going to be map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go, I want a quick shout out to those who are out there. If you want to join the next Farlight scrims that we do have, or any other community night, we actually have Valorant happening tomorrow. Don't forget to join the Naos Discord and get your role to join our community nights, TDMs in Valorant, or even just Farlight as well. We have a lot more cooking. If you guys want to find out what that is, don't forget to, of course, subscribe to us on YouTube as well.
Yeah, that is going to be the second game. We have one more for mobile, and you can wait for the PC for a few minutes after the third game. We're going to take a bit of a short break, and we will want to see you guys here to support the last game for this week's scrims in mobile for Farlight 84. See you guys in a bit.
She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the floor, call me tripping to the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might have got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. And you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, you never ever broke. Y'all be pressing on the shooter who be lacking in the smoke. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merry Mart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merry Mart Wholesale app today.
Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Alright, ladies and gents, we have a quick announcement to make. Of course, sabi namin kanina, 3 maps yung ating... Why is there a Hulk? 3 maps yung ating scrims for both PC and mobile, but unfortunately, due to lack of players, the scrims are still gonna happen. It's just that they're not gonna be broadcasted because, I mean, who wants to watch 3 parties in a full lobby, you know? So, yeah, we're gonna be going to a quick break. So, for those who are here for the PC scrims later, don't forget to stay right there because when we're back, PC scrims are going to be happening. See you guys in a bit.
see her too. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the low, got me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might've got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, you never ever know. All these presents on the shooter who be lacking in the smoke. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Got back from the club with a baddie or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the floor, got me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might have got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, you never ever know. All these pressures on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merry Mart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merry Mart Wholesale app today.
From the club with a baddie you a two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the floor, call me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might've got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke, you a joke. Never thought it, you never ever know. All these pressing on the shooter who be lacking in the soul. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Mary Mart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Mary Mart Wholesale app today.
Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gents. It's me, Joshua, here with Kian, and we're back after a long break. Ang tagal namin nagantay. Kasi nga, we had to wait for all the PC guys to come in. So, it's gonna be map 1 of the PC scrims tonight. You do have some familiar faces here that you might have seen beforehand. Pero, you know, to be fair, mas marami yung mga teams natin ngayon in the PC scrims compared to the mobile. So, it's gonna be a lot more action compared to the first two, which were in mobile na medyo mas konti yung squads. So expect a lot more action here now that we're moving on to the PCs. Pero before all that, of course, we want to thank our sponsors. Very first of all, going to be Merrimart, which is your one-stop shop, ladies and gentlemen, for your grocery, pharmaceutical, or cosmetic needs. You can visit them at merrimartwholesale.com, and if nagmamadali ka, they also have same-day delivery.
Yeah. And if you want to be equipped with the best mouse and mousepad out there, you can go to mtechshop.com to get your Levi gaming peripherals now just suave. And especially nga naman, if you want that Naos team jackets na kung saan super duper fly, and the jerseys at Delta, you can order them and visit at deltasportswear.com.ph.
Yo, and of course, on top of that, don't forget about Hotel 101, wherein you can stay in a comfortable and safe environment. All facilities are regularly sanitized and maintained, offering a safe and happy stay for you. So reserve a room now at hotel101manila.com.ph. And you know, personal testimony, the breakfast is great over there. So try that out if you do want to find somewhere to stay. And of course, sa mga nanonood dyan, if you guys are watching, don't forget to subscribe to the Naos Esports YouTube channel. Click on the little bell down there. Wait, no, there, that direction, yes. Yun yung tama. I had to make sure. But of course, yeah. So, you guys don't end up missing any of the content, any of the live streams from our community nights, or and announcements from our esports teams as well. Yeah, just don't forget to hit that little bell so that you are notified of every piece of content, whether it's live streams or videos that are gonna be coming right at you. And never mind that, of course, we're gonna be going straight in to map number 1 of the PC division ng ating scrimmages for Farlight 84.
And if you want to join the fun, if you want to be the ones that we are gonna cast and other casters as well, and if you want to join in the fire, you can come join the Naos Discord. You can check the description below for the link, and possibly makita nga namin kayo in the Farlight or in Valorant na kung saan may TDM, and we have the 10 mans as well. So we have a lot of community nights, ladies and gentlemen, every Thursdays and Fridays. Pero minsan nagkakaroon tayo ng variety. Pero hopefully we will see a few more games that we can cast for you guys. And speaking of the game, this is the first game of the PC for Farlight 84. We will see a lot more action-packed, jam-packed gunfights, and many squads will be looking to fight it out, since nakarinig na hindi na siya score focus dito na kung saan possibly, since iba-iba rin naman yung team some of the times dito na naglalaro Juswab, and we want to see who will win, since kahit naman sabi mong scrim, this is broadcasted, there is a little bit of a bragging rights na makita natin na if they record it, oh, I killed that squad, I squad wipe them, or do things na kung saan they will be etched in history.
Yeah, it's in history, and of course, yeah, if you want to get some clips in, but remind that we're gonna be going straight into Sunset City, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping right out of the capsules right now. We're gonna be seeing kung ano ba talaga ang trip ng mga players natin, who will go where, what will go down, and it looks like everyone is avoiding the northeast of our map for some reason, which I don't totally understand, because Sanctuary Tower is a really good place to start things off. But of course, kanya-kanyang trip yan. We do have a heavy concentration of players in Tin Man and Todd's Hot Rod as well. So you can see some skirmishes happening already. But we don't really care about that right now, because of course we do still have the respawners activated. Meanwhile, here on Nova Planetarium, you've got two squads. Now, on the other side, picking up their initial loot. We're gonna see if it's gonna be enough for them to start things off, but there's gonna be a fight happening already. Like I said, Todd's Hot Rod and Tin Man Industrial are some very interesting points of interest for them right now. Phased beyond the outside, he does have the weapons up right now, gonna be closing in, and a little bit of teabag onto Mr. Murphy right there. Good night, good sir. A little bit of an unfortunate thing that's gonna be happening over there. Pero for X-Fatal, at least they do have their loot already, and some kill points as well. Although, I mean, this isn't a tournament, so you don't really care about kill points all that much. Meanwhile, TYRD closing in on some other opponents right here. Unfortunately, gonna be falling to a singular player. Raf already closing in, trying to avenge his fallen comrades.
Yeah, they're just going to revive him to get his teammates back on track. And we saw already 2 squads are out. This was probably 17 if I remember correctly. Pero mukhang gugusto pa nila dito na makipagbawian. He is 1 HP. And J-Boy is already down. And if he wants to his teammates to revenge himself, they're going to wait and, follow them up. Now this is against a Maggie. The mobility is there. That is all on Raf to take him out. Godzi, if he can win this, he will get some redemption arc for himself. Pero tumatakbo siya, wala na ata siyang bala dito, but he gets the loot. But the HP is not there. So, another teabag for a little bit, and that is TYRD living to fight another few minutes. But Dish is up against Ziffin, and with a little bit of just utilities, no even guns dito. Mad Rabbit pa lang ang gamit nila, and just a white shield dito. Just swap.
I don't know how you do that, man. The Mad Rabbit is one of the worst guns in the game, but if you do have the mechanics, then it's a deadly weapon, to say the least. Meanwhile, on the outside, X1FN gonna be isolated one by one as the other players from Dish trying to find purchase, trying to isolate these fights. Somehow, Marky stays alive as he's been beamed down from a distance. Beauty of this now is that Dish have the growth XP, meaning that their abilities will be upgrading as early as now, as well as the fact that they will be building up a lot more of the loot that they need and the shield XP as well that they need to collect to be able to move forward and make it easier for them when the team fights do start happening. But meanwhile, we do have Zera still just at the bottom of the cliff, not being spotted. EMP being brought out to isolate him. There goes our jump pad. The springboard not gonna be able to be enough for him to get out of danger, but right now there's already a third party going in. Diebold's being used out as well to get the information. HLLWX closing in on the enemy. Dish now trying to lick their wounds, trying to stay alive after that battle, or still being hunted down now on the outside. Fast and furious, it's the War Spiders. The battle up close. Dish is gonna be falling one by one. They have divided and they have conquered. HLLW come out victorious.
Yeah, HLW cleaning up whatever on that squads, They were trying to live out and heal themselves, pero the timing of HLW was so perfect in that specific moment. And now they have the growth XP that you've said was supposed to be crucial in them trying to win this game. But I guess HLW got the loot and the premises of that win. And I guess Mantas dito, and they're just going to wait here, trying to get some shields as well. Kahit tatlo lang naman sila dito, they're going to get into the heart of Carnival, in which they will probably see one of the enemies over here at NX52. Pero mukhang dito, KitX, K1TX, and the team going to be up against X-Fatal. But, just a bit of a skirmish, not even pushing out. So, Naos PC. Speaking of Naos, from the kill feed, they're going down. That is Modern cleaning them up, and that is Cosbang all by himself. And he can win this kahit naman nandito siya dito, and that is just wow. With the backstab dito si Chase. Gusto nga, pero dude. I guess Naos is trying to live here.
Yeah, trying to stay alive. Cosbang, the last person still standing, has been dropped down into the ground, but now there come the reinforcements. Leah closing in as the rest of Modern are trying to look for a way out, a way to clean things up. But right now, look at this. EMP not gonna be enough. Mantas are doing some damage from a distance. The hover car and the usage of the vehicles are one of the main mechanics in this game that made things so interesting. But now Modern Gavins dealing damage with the defender, one of the best guns in this current meta, is now gonna be some warning shots, bringing out a reaction from the opponents. But Darwin is going to be able to bring back the missing member of Modern here. All the early skirmishes, if you notice, we're already down to the last 9 squads for some reason. I don't know how this is happening so fast, considering that even the first zone hasn't even closed yet, but everyone is out for blood now. Making it here into Carnivale. NXMV getting the pick of the litter, knowing exactly what they want, looking for all of that loot, as the rest over here on Nova Planetarium. With all these fights happening, there's bound to be a lot of noise being made in that direction. This also means that whoever survives this fight on Over Planetarium are going to be exposing themselves to danger from whoever is in Carnivale at the moment. But meanwhile, still the defender inside the hands of Gabens, trying to shoot down the members of Mantas from a distance, trying to deal that damage, make them run out of shield restoration devices and first aid kits. Gonna be a little bit of a problem if they can't get out of there, especially with the zone finally having closed in. They are in a ticking time bomb, because if they don't get out of here soon, they will run out of health, they will run out of medkits, and they'll run out of resources and space as well. Now Mantas keeping them from finding any kind of purchase, but the shots are so good coming in from Wasak, taking them down, and they don't know. Look at this. Darwin makes his way onto the War Spider. They start closing in onto Mantas because NXMV have joined the fray. They have joined the chaos, taking him down one by one, and somehow, I don't know why or how, but they've done so much damage.
Oh, what? This is going to be Modern all on themselves, and NXMW is doing everything that they can, but it's just in a quick second that Modern was able to clean them all up. And just swabbed in that split second, the one squad is already out, while the one who were reviving that, that Lucinda was there. Pero mo kasi Mantas dito, Jolo was already out. He was trying to get some loot for himself and a bit of a time to revive his teammates. Pero I guess that was all in vain. Pero what? Look at the map. This is an all-out gunfight here for K1TX and HLW. And just behind that jump or that recharge is going to be a very good fight.
Oh my god, EMP!
As well, HLW is trying to do everything that they can, and counter EMP for themselves is going to be very beneficial for them. And you can see that Santem is getting hit from all sides, left, right, and center. And now you can see, even though they're all in 1 HP, and he's going down into the wire, players of HLW will be looking get to sweep them all up. But that is it! Taking him out, even though down for his one teammate, and it's going to be 3 versus 1. They won that gunfight, and just a bit of healing here, just swap for them. You know, breathing room for them.
Yeah, gives them some breathing room, gives them some loot as well. The amount of noise have also made everyone else aware of their location. Now it's going to be a question of how they're going to rotate away without risking their lives, especially since we're down to the last 6 squads right here. Now, take a quick look at who wants to move over towards Tateman Industrial, because again, this is a point of contention most of the time, and on the outside as well, X1FN making usage of their hover car, which is actually a good choice, but the problem right now is they're a moving target. They're going to be closing in from a distance. It's a car chase, fast and the furious. Somebody call in Dominic Torero because they are going to be trying to take down this family. But Tunan taking down one, everyone else very much aware of the threat that is coming in with them. The recon scans, the EMP blast also being brought out to try and take them down, disable all kinds of devices that they have, and it's gonna be a full-on squad wipe.
Yeah, only 2 players from X1FN was able to, you know, try to even fend for themselves. But I guess Tuna was there the perfect time. Even though this is a bit of a hurt inside the zone, they went and risked it for that few loot that they eventually got. And that is all down to the 5 squads na kung saan, even though a bit of them are very far away, and you can see from the map, and you know, Tunan is trying to live out and make sure na kayang-kaya nila makipagpalagan against the violets and the orange of shields of TYRD and HLLW as well. So, you know, a bit of peace, quiet time before the storm eventually hits here, Juswaf.
Yeah, gotta wait for it. Gotta wait for the right time to strike, because you are putting yourself in danger if you make a move much too early. Meanwhile, HLLW very well aware of TYRD being on the other side. I think this is definitely a place to go. The problem right now is there's gonna be squad number 1 closing in as well. It's gonna be the perfect opportunity for them to come in with a third-party attack, right? Wait for the shots to start firing before you swoop in like a bunch of vultures and clean up what else is left on the carcasses. Modern now trying to find a target, making an unnecessary amount of noise, because TYRD are now gonna be very well aware where they are. Astrals though, also here. To find the target. Darwin knows where they are. The scan's not working out. Nobody's there. Now, very well aware, Squad 11, that there is no risk of anybody trying to take them down close by. But that also opens them up to the opportunity of somebody spotting them from far away because of their positioning.
And that is in the middle of the YRD. They're not in a very good position, because look at it. Modern is there from their south side, and from the north they have HLLW. Even though they're in the zone, if it converges and it's not in their ideal position, they need to reposition. Modern is there to back them up. Now, in a bit of a few skirmish, bullets being traded out in the middle of the street. This is Modern trying to, you know, make it known that they have the firepower that they need. And now, Tunan here, they can just give it some bit of a time, you know, some quiet for themselves. Pero, you know, even though they only have 2 kills, we don't have a scoreboard right now. So, eventually, whoever win this will be the one who will win it for the first game. No questions asked, no repercussions, just to win the game here. Just swab. Pero speaking of that, not even a slight of, you know, squad wipes for a few minutes right now. Not even one dead.
Oh yeah. The zone's way too big for anyone to try and make a move as early as now, no. So at the best, in this kind of situation, you want to be a little bit more strategic. Find a good spot to hold on to so that you're not exposed when the circle does finally close. And hold on and hope to dear God that the zone will close in a different direction. That way you don't have to move. But the problem with that is you're also
And
opening
modern.
yourself up to be a gigantic target. They were already aware that there are threats looming on different sides of the map. Raph trying to take some shots. He does find a headshot, but
What?
of course, the goal of this is not to kill them. The goal is to make them run out of shield, make them run out of medkit so that when they finally close things down, it starts becoming painful. But those already down. The problem right now is he's all the way out in the open. I don't know how TYRD are gonna try and get him back to life, but they are gonna be making an attempt. Meanwhile, elsewhere, the rotations are actually very, very obvious right now with squad number 11 finally deciding to join the party inside of the safe zone. Only 20 seconds left. They have to decide where to go right now because there's shots being fired from all directions. They have to find a good spot to stay and take cover there for as long as possible before even trying to take any kind of fight. But Modern taking out the optic camo so that they can reposition, take away as well what will be a Hoarder's drop here. They're gonna be putting it out in the open. Mantas as well. Everyone now taking some shots from a distance. TYRD sees Mantas in the middle of their rotation, which means that they are exposed to... Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the little accident we saw on screen.
There's a bit of an accident. Pero look, from the map, every side has one squad at least for them. Even though TYRD is not in the zone, and you can see that they can be exposed from the side of HLLW here. And now, speaking of TYRD, that is Mantas on a very good position just outside of that bridge inside of the tower. Mantas was there! 6-9 to clean it all up and wipes them out. HLLW is there to try to avenge, even though they're enemies. That is a kill for them, and you can see that 696 and Rivered is there to, have a bit of a grab. Mukhang gusto niyang umakas muna siya dito, pero sabi niya hindi. Too much of that covering fire was there, so he probably can't even be of help for 6969 there.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that you're safe. Because once you're down, you are leaving yourself in the open where nobody can save you. Now he's gonna try to take some shots from a distance. Usage of the defender has been very prevalent in the current few patches. And you can see the amount of damage it does, making it easier to ruin the health of your opponent. Meanwhile, Daxley not able to fight back as the EMP shock has been brought out. Meanwhile, Vision Erosion on the other side in the hologram by being brought out by 2-0. It's not going to be enough. It will be fallen. It's going to be Zaku. The last person alive is taken down by Modern. He's been hunted down and he has been brought out of the server. We're down to the last 3 squads, but Modern not going to stop anytime soon, taking shots at Mantas. Everyone trying to stay alive because Darwin's such a good shot as well. The mechanics on this man, the aim is absolutely phenomenal. And they have the high ground as well. They have this full-on base, but meanwhile, Mantas, in an attempt to fight back, they do find Gabbins doing so much damage, taking down one player from that team, and they're going to be moving forward. They're going to be closing in. They're going to be trying to take back what is rightfully theirs as Mantas are going to be moving forward. But Modern, so good on the shots, are able to keep them out of the problem. Now, the equation has been taken out of the problem. I don't even know what's going on, but somehow it has taken down the last 2 teams just because of the zone closing in. This is why territory is so important here. When you have the best possible spot to hold off the gate, keep your opponents from getting inside, especially when it gets this small. That's what, 20 HP per tick. Kian, that's 1 bar for every tick outside of the zone. So that's so painful. You have to make sure that you're able to fight back. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck in the situation just like Modern is. And there's only 2 of them left in the squad.
Yeah, because you can see that HLW is looking to be in the middle of the zone, trying to stay alive as much as possible. This is gonna be the 2 versus 4. Why is caught off guard while he was trying to heal and get some shield restored. This is all on Darwin. If you can evolve into your best peak potential, this is gonna be a 2 versus 1. He gets 1 at least, but that is all that he can get. HLW will be looking to be the crowned kings in this first game of PC Farlight 84 scrims. What
That's
can
a
you
lot
say
more
about that?
action
Yeah,
than we asked for.
too many action to be handled. You can see that early on, just wow, that Mantas literal squad wipe 4 people from TYRD. So that enabled HLLW to rotate very fast or very safe on nearing in the circle. So that was a little bit of a domino effect.
Yeah. The beauty of that as well is the fact that this lobby in particular has been so aggressive. We had so many squad wipes really early in the game, and because of that, a lot of people that were remaining in the last 6 squads were missing a member or two. And I think that really speaks to the hunger of these players. Of course, this is scrims. You know, there's a lot of reasons to be playing scrims. One important reason, of course, is to figure out what kind of strategy you want to have when you're going to be moving into a tournament, which is a shout out FBC, which is happening this weekend.
Yeah, shout out to FPC. Hopefully, he'll be a part
What?
of that. Pero si Juswab, medyo,
What?
ano,
What?
he was a bit caught off in that game. Hats off to HLLW in winning that first game. But Juswab, this is only the first of the 3 games that we will have. We will see you guys in a bit. And guys, don't go out. We will be right back.
From the club with a baddie or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the floor, call me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might've got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, you never ever broke. All these pressures on the shooter who be lacking in the smoke. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't may pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganito lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? We are back after an action-packed game number 1. We're going to be going into map 2 in a bit, but before all that, of course, it's me, Josuave, here with Kian. Welcome to the Naos Community Nights, and of course, if you guys don't want to miss any other community nights or any other content from Naos, do not forget to hit the bell right there. There, yeah, to subscribe to the Naos YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you want to join the fun, come join the Naos Discord. And if you just don't want to watch, if you want to participate in the games that Naos Community Nights are always having every week, you can check the description below, again, for the same link. But before all that, we would like to thank our sponsors for tonight who always make this possible. We have Merrimart. Everything you need right now, right here, is at Merrimart, your household essential store. Nothing can be merrier than Merrimart. You can visit merrimartwholesale.com.
And of course, on top of that, there is also MTech, which is the best place to get your peripherals if you want to hashtag dominate your competition. So of course, don't miss the chance to be equipped with the best mouse and mousepad out there. So go ahead and get yours now at mtechshop.com.
Yeah, if you want your Naos gear, if you want your jerseys, your jackets that has the Naos name on it, you can visit deltasportswear.com.ph and get that Naos drip that everyone is most certainly going to compliment you.
Sir, of course, and of course, hashtag stay safe and stay happy with the Hotel 101. Make a booking today at hotel101manila.com.ph. But of course, yun nga, no, we are here for a reason, and that reason is Farlight 84. We're gonna be going into the lobby in a bit, but before any of that, let's look back at map number 1. So many things happened.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start at this point now. It's a complete opposite of what we see in mobile. On the mobile side, we had people with a lot more patience, but in opposite fashion, the PC division, the PC players decide that they have chosen violence today, and violence has been there from the beginning all the way until the end, even though the circle has not closed in, no? So I'm going to be expecting a lot more action, the same kind of treatment for all across the map to get the loot, the growth XP, and the shield XP to get themselves over the finish line here. And we're going to be going straight into Sunset City. Get into your capsule, strap in, because here we are.
And look at it from the map. A little bit of a zoom in, zoom out action from our direct. Pero mukhang makikita nga natin that again, Inman and Todd's Hot Rod are very hot drops here right now. A little bit of a
You're hotter,
deviance
bro.
from again, thank you. That is just wobbly, ladies and gentlemen. Pero speak of the devil, you can see that sunflower is still one of the things that many people are looking to get the drop. But we have to not forget the infamous Iris Ranch, which I personally love to drop. Pero mukhang makikita nga natin that NXMV and Mantas are going to fight very early on. And kahit wala man lang namamatay dito here in the scoreboard, speaking of that, DDCB are already down 2 players from the name.
Yeah, not much trouble to be spotted right now. We do have people contending for the initial loot, of course, all across the map. Iris Ranch being a source of violence, because who doesn't like the amount of loot here, especially since you also get a guaranteed vehicle, whether or not it's a mobile turret or anything else. But meanwhile, on the other side, relocation is already happening because of the initial gunfights not working out for some certain players. And because of that, Dish have actually exposed themselves to the tyranny of TYRD. Some shots being fired in that direction. Meanwhile, X-Fatal elsewhere on the map, trying to stay alive, trying to get as much value as possible out of their initial drop here just on the outside of the Bat Cave.
Yeah, and look at it. You can see that X-Fatal is pretty comfortable in their spot right now. And from the people here at 10 man, they're looking to get, the timing of their lives to get the shields that they want, because you can see that some of them already have blue shields. You can see that Mugen already has one, and a very jam-packed inventory here. They have the UMP and the AK that is very hard for me personally, but look at it just wow, there's already a very good fight here in this house. Tunan already has one down for them, but the revive is already underway. And K1TX is looking to revenge his fallen teammate right now.
And we making an attempt to get them out of there. Meanwhile, on the back door, K1TX actually find the perfect opening to start things off, and the players of Tunan had nowhere to go. So on the other side of the building now is K1TX coming in and zooming in from the sky and scanning them out to make sure that no one stays out alive. Able to get that first squad wipe in this entire lobby, actually.
Yeah. It was 15 down to 14, but some already has expended their respawners right now, so it's looking to be dire for them if they die instantly. Pero Tunan already here with their last lives and their last legs will be looking to have K1TX hunt them down just outside of Sunflower Shopping Mall. Now, right naman dito, nagkakalabanan dito, it's going to be TYRD up against Tunan, but the hunt for Tunan is there, and you can see even though 2 versus 4 na lang ang nandito, that is probably the extension of Tunan in this lobby instantly.
Yeah, man. You don't want to take a fight against TYRD, especially in the mansion. You get to mansion too late, you're exposing yourself to, guns and everything else you could ask for. Meanwhile, built different now. Goshen gonna be taking some shots at X-Fatal, who have been caught in the middle of their rotation here, opening themselves up to gunfire from an enemy team. With a built different is trying to fight back, though. X-Fatal very fractured across the map here. The fact that they have to worry about the positioning and the loot as well as their fallen comrade is one hell of a problem right now, because no matter what they do, no matter where they go, especially since the PC division, long-range fights aren't much of a problem.
And now you can see from the map, from X-Fatal has one player who is outside of that team. Pero look at it, HLW is just sitting tight here, because if they go out, there are 2 squads waiting for them into the gunfight. And now as the zone converges in, TYRD is already down though. Def is going to fight here. The Suave, this is already a good thing, has the height advantage, and you see that Def is going to have a bit of a restore for them. And even though they have one of their comrades who are fighting it out for dear life, the cavalry is still not here. So the timing is not even good for them.
Yeah, no, you can't take the fight too earlier. And now with Eaglot totally down for the count, no way to come back. You have to worry about surviving, and at the same time, whether or not they want to keep taking this fight, or if they just try to stay alive here. Problem now is X-Fatal are actually closing in from all corners. It's gonna be a real claustrophobic here, but Adrian G catches him in the middle of the flight phase. Has to back off. Here comes all the utility being thrown out by Built Different. Butcher on the outside, burning in his J's right now as Built Different are trying to find an angle on the enemy team. But look at this. Usage of the incendiary grenade. So much value coming out of it, and Built Different come out on top. Get rid of X-Fatal.
And there's one more though. Mugen is living and running. He gets seen, and this is a hunt, and this is already a down man for X-Fatal. Still has one more person who can still try to revive his teammates, and that is Luchito. And if he can win this, there is still a chance. But up against a Violet with nothing at hand, just a Mad Rabbit, that is down, and X-Fatal is out of this server, and the squad wipe for Build Diff is very looking good with 8 kills already on their name.
Yeah, down to the last 11 squads right now as the first zone is starting to close in on them. Built Different, of course, having the victory over the remaining squad over there is going to be opening them up to getting so much more loot. Meanwhile, XNMB being attacked, coming in from all directions. They have to worry about the Mantas who have them in a corner. The EMP as well, as everyone has been dropped down on the inside. Forsaken closing in, and they do take them down, but the cavalry is here. They're gonna be coming back for a second time. They're doubling down into the fight. CSN being sprayed down. The Mad Rabbits coming in huge for them right now as they're taking them down bit by bit, running them out of the HP, running them out of town as well. But here comes the scans. No fights happening right now as they're trying to hold on to the territory that they have. Of course, now it's the perfect time try and get out of here, especially since the zone is going to be closing in. But Mantas are determined to get rid of whoever is right in front of them, because NXMV playing on the very top of this roof. Little do they know that Mantas are circling like a bunch of sharks underneath.
Yeah, even though the incendiary or, just to delay them, in fact. Now you can see the recon, more spiders as well. But they have the red zone as well, so they need to get out of this. You can see the Pew is losing just to only one first aid kit, so this is a do or die scenario for them. If they kill each other, at least they got one off. Cypher's ultimate EMP is thrown. Now this is going to be an all-out brawl, a fight for the ages, and if they win this is going to be the last ride for them. Mantas is trying to win it against NXMV, pero it looks like they're going to win it as half HP na lang dito, and that is a squad way for them. But the utils, they don't have the first aid kits that they want, and now they can see that DIZH is looking to get the spoils of that win. Vision erosion is also there as well. The Mantas, just as they went and won one of the gunfights initially, there is already one in their faces, and that is going to be a down man for them. Only 1 HP, and that is DIZH here, just swab, trying to get the win off here.
Yeah, but somehow, some way, they do walk away victorious, walk away a little bit more safe. Chase trying to be saved, and it does not work out. Sid, in an attempt to save his fallen comrade, is not gonna be able to bring him back to life, because of course the zone is closing in. It's this the second it's getting a little bit more painful. Now that they have to worry about it, they have to get out of harm's way. Problem now is they are opening themselves up to more problems down the road, because everyone else who is inside of the circle is going to be gatekeeping against whoever's coming in their direction.
Now, yeah, Modern here is just waiting here at the motel outside of Carnival. You see the X1F and is looking to reposition themselves and try to be more elusive on how they approach this choke point, because if Modern already has a good position like this, you can most certainly not even have a chance of going through that kind of position. So now, one of the players, as the zone still converges, Modern already has a red shield for Huawei, pero I guess Built Diff has the greater position in terms of being in the zone. Pero hindi na nila gagamitin yan, or they will not even try to attempt here. KG is caught running beside no one else. Pero Dish, nakatago sa dulo. So this is a good strategy for them here, just swap. But as the War Spiders are circling in here for build diff, this is a time-ticking bomb.
Oh, no, it's a problem now. Modern just trying to find some cover on the way in because they are aware that Adrian G and the rest of build different know exactly where they are. Walking gigantic targets now as the War Spiders are going to be in their hands, but the problem is they are still opening themselves up to danger. EMP shocks now being brought out. Iglot going to be stuck in 1v3, taken down, and here comes the absolute gravity also sucking them into place. But the problem is you can't get reinforcements built different, trying to find some space on the outside because it's a total fortress held down by Modern, but somehow Adrian G dealt so much damage now as everyone has fallen in the hands of built different. But the problem is, man, the reinforcements still coming in. Darwin full shields here, trying to close in to Adrian G. Beams him down without a chance to fight, but there's so little HP left for the Modern squad.
But Build Diff is now down. So that is, just Modern's win. Especially they already have 21 kills in this lobby. So, 33% of the lobby was already killed by their own hands. And look at it, even though malayo sila sa zone dito, and Dish is sitting perfectly comfortably on taking more loot that they want, especially when you saw that one of the squads already has a red shield, and with the buff of this, patch that has a buff on level 7 players, this is going to be a very good double whammy for them. Kahit naman sabihin mo, X1FN is sitting just outside of the zone, and as it converges, Modern will be looking to have the greater position on, trying to kill them since mas malapit nga naman talaga sila dito. Just
but they don't know. They have no idea. X1FN are waiting for the perfect time to rotate over. This is the question. This is where it begs the question. Do you rotate? Do you wait for the zone to close in on you? What exactly happens here, right? Because Notorious, in the middle of Heart Island, which is, honestly, it's not a very good place, right? No matter where you stand inside this island, you're opening yourself up to violence from so many different angles. Right now, they're going to be hoping to God that nobody tries to take a look at the house in the middle of this lake. Because, you've got 3-4 squads surrounding them. Modern on one side, squad number 12 as well, inside of Mansion, pulling them down. But of course, with just enough patience, we'll be able to survive a little bit more out of this next zone. We're also down to the last 5 squads. With this converging on the southwest of our map, they're opening themselves up to so many more problems. But of course, Modern risking death here to take that the Hoarders pack, the airdrop, get themselves a little bit more equipped for any kind of fight that's going to be coming their way. It's a cold war going on between all the shores. Each country has their own spot. No, Modern in Sunflower Shopping Mall. You also have Dish playing over towards the southwest as well. But now, squad number 14 is going to be closing in because the zone is finally forcing them out of their home. They're going to be left out homeless on the streets now, but because of all that noise, everyone is very much aware what's going on. It's going to be a full-on invasion. X1FN have actually given up their territory here to get themselves to some better ground, but of course have opened themselves up to being exposed from all sides. Dish now inside the tower, aware that Modern is coming their way with all the vehicles, all the utilities you could ask for as well. Now the jetpacks being used to cover so much more ground to close in on them, to get them on the flank, get them on the back foot, and find a better shot at taking them out as well.
Yeah, Modern is literally circling outside of the zone, going at the farthest spot that they can, and the most safest spot as well. And Dish is in the middle of everyone else, so this is not even a good thing. The hologram guide to go in and take Modern by surprise, but they already know the distance is still far away for them to even get peppered down. Zera is down to 1 HP, and for his team, they said back down, and they don't want to push that any longer. Zera out! He was left all alone, and that is Modern taking him out as well. And naiwan nga siya doon, and that is Dish, taking that a bit of a sacrifice for them to reposition themselves. Kasi kung hindi, that push will ultimately be their demise. Pero I guess Modern was very tactical in their approach as well. Now the zone will try to converge in just a minute. X1FN is just outside of it. You can see that 1MWT as well. Pwedeng likuran ang DZH dito, Juswaf.
Yeah, but no, they can't right now. The beauty of this is actually they've actually used the sky roaming for them to be able to rotate over, get themselves into some better ground, Mandu. That's such a smart way to use it. You know, this tech. You use your sky roaming, get up in the sky, get some information, then you go back around. Then you reposition before, rather after you find out where all the remaining teams are. But now they've exposed themselves. Modern finds CY2K on the outside. One person is down. We're down to the last 4 squads as the circle should be closing any second now with only 15 seconds. People now are going to be forced into the smallest of spaces. We do have Modern very well aware of the risk that 1MWT is going to be trying to take them down. The other side, now the optic camo and the scan going to come in for Darwin. They have to find out exactly where their opposing teams are. Where is the safe spot? Because the amount of cover you get here is great. But man, the shots coming in from Mando, they're going to be forcing out the vision erosion to keep themselves just a little bit more. DRZH be hunted down. Fatal Volley being used as well. I don't know if that was a misclick, but they've actually forced more utility out of this here. The usage of the smoke bomb and the vision erosion as well. They're getting shot down from a distance. FL1 and Solo, the only person alive in his squad, is going to be taken down. The problem now is the zone is starting to finally close, and Sid did not have any choice. He had to take that fight and he's taken down, but now it's not going to be stopping EMP and the absolute gravity being brought out as well, and Modern stand out on top.
Yeah, Modern was there tactically and their position ever since that last 2 circles was so good, and that enabled them to propel themselves in this second game. You can see earlier just swap on how, being the farthest one away from the circle is not even bad. That enabled them to close in and dish, and for the other people as well to just let them fight. You don't need to win. You don't need to kill everyone else. You just need to let them do your job, and you would want to do it as less of hurdle as much as possible in this game, and they did that so perfectly.
Yeah, the beauty of it, in fact, if you take a look, Darwin, I think, has been the main damage dealer of their team, standing at 14 kills, 14. Part of the total of 29, meaning that more than half of the kills, or about half of the kills rather, were in the hands of Darwin. And that's a huge majority of the kills that happened actually in the later half of our game. We also have, I think, built different, played this a lot more wise, but the problem is they also open themselves up to violence from all different angles.
And one particular thing that I saw was pretty good was the use of the ultimate from MKR, in which they just needed to take information, and he actually took down one squad before he died. So he was, if I die, I would want someone to follow me up, and I will take one squad for myself, and that he did in that second game. But I guess we have one more game upcoming, just swab. Don't go out and don't miss out in this very jam-packed PC Farlight Itverse Scrims. We'll see you guys in a bit.
love with a baddie or two. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo. All these strippers on the floor, got me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get a bag, then they might've got the loot. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. If you flashing all the guns on your life, you a joke. You a joke, never thought it, you never ever broke. Only person on the shooter who be lacking in the smoke. You a joke.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede i-stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.
I didn't see you there. Joke lang. Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's me, Joslavi, here with Kian. And we're back for map number 3 of the PC division of Naos Community Nights. Of course, if you guys want to stay in touch with us and see what other content, what other games we play on here, of course, we have Valorant happening tomorrow, Farlight every Thursday. But in case you are forgetful and you don't know how to keep a schedule, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right there. And so you don't end up missing any of the content. And of course, if you want to join the games, join the scrims, join the 10 mans on Valorant as well. Go ahead and join our Discord server so that you can get your customs roll and make yourself into the games, get yourself in the games, get yourself broadcasted, maybe casted as well. If you hit a clip, you'll hear Kian's voice or whoever else is gonna be casting that night. Kasi marami kaming talents here. But of course, all things considered, we are gonna be closing this night with a bang at the very last map of today. Here, of course, Sunset City. There's only 2 maps in Farlight. Yes, in case you guys don't know.
Yeah, there's only 2. But speaking of 2, I want to thank the sponsors for tonight, or for whoever makes it possible. We have MediMart. Everything you need is right here, and you can never have to skip grocery time again. Your list at your doorstep with MediMart delivery. Go to medimartwholesale.com now.
Yes, sir. And on top of that, of course, don't forget to find a way to hashtag dominate the competition here with MTech, which is, of course, a local peripheral brand which strives to equip gamers with the best gear tailored to your style, which includes, of course, the MTech Levi mouse, the mouse pads, and the chair. The chair is really nice. So go ahead and check them out at mtechshop.com to get your gaming peripherals right now.
And if you want to be comfortable outside, and if you want that drip, that fly on your side or in you, visit Deltaware Sportswear and order your Naos gear now at deltasportswear.com.ph.
Of course, don't forget to, if you're feeling a little bit down in the weather, don't forget to hashtag stay safe and stay happy with Hotel 101. Make a booking today at hotel101manila.com.ph. But of course, once again, our little birdie has spoken into our ear. Sabi niya, pare, ito na.
Tara na. Right na.
Tara na, arangkada na. Buo na. Our lobby is ready and raring to go with only 12 squads to start things off. We're gonna go straight into Sunset City. Capsulers, ladies and gentlemen, survivors, make your way in and take a look at our map.
Yeah. Earlier, we have 15 to 16 squads. We're now down to 12, so a bit less action-packed. And we might see the games be already done. And now, K1TX is looking to fight it as well. And kahit malilikuran siya dito, now we saw that that new tactical skill for Young. So this is actually a very good blinding spot. Literally a blinding of the lights. And now you can see that everyone is looking to get a piece of the action. Bullets, not even, medyo nauubusan na siya dito. But K1TX is there to clean them all up. Pero look at it, just wow, we're now down to 45 people. So medyo mabilis nga naman talaga ang ating laban ngayon. Especially here in Sunflower, where that you can see that 3 squads are converging in, pero one of the squads is already down with their last life, so medyo lumayo na sila dito. DDCB looking to get a piece of the action as well. Nililikuran na siya dito. Pawix throwing that incendiary to cut off one angle, and as he was trying to go back and find position and cover, he gets sprayed down.
Poor guy did not have a chance, but now they find another angle. Amaru on the outside, zooming around in the air, but K1TX, the cavalry has arrived. Take them down, DDCB. Trying to come back now. The other side, Digital Devils trying to stay alive, trying to stay in the game, but G-Boy will be taken down. Respawners gonna be brought into play as early as now and again. Kian, we keep talking about this, the fact that the PC division always chooses violence.
Yeah, because violence is the key here in Sunset City, and time is not even of the essence. They want to fight it as long as possible, as much as possible. Pawix, kakadrop mo pa lang, pero you're already down. Nakahiga na siya dito, ladies and gentlemen, and that is DDCB out. And no, actually, meron pa sila isang dito. They're trying to live out their names and try to be as much as possible of, living the days. And as the days are being numbered, is down. And kung makita nga natin that K1TX already has 11 kills. Wala pa namamatay dito na squad, pero yung kanilang kills is already piling up here.
And they're gonna be starting it already, man. Kills happening everywhere. Respawners being used early because everyone wants a piece of that loot, especially since Sunflower Shopping Mall and the area surrounding. The amount of shield XP and the attachments that you can get are so important, especially when it comes to the late game when you want to try to take these fights. No problem now is for those who have lost their respawners, you need to find a better place to start picking up that loot. Otherwise, they're going to be opening themselves up to so much more violence. I mean, look at this. BDCB only down the G-Boy, who is unfortunately all alone. Everyone else now, with having lost the respawners, waiting for a revive as well. But squad number 13, who they were working against earlier, we're closing in on him. Meanwhile, we're moving on to Iris Ranch. Take a look, Mr. Q. Trying to take some shots on the outside. Now, CSN. We closed in with the smokes. Also, barely a thing in sight right now. Can't see a single pixel. And it's going to be a spray down from Mantas to execute their opponents.
Yeah, Mantas was there, They already have violet shields up against some people who literally just died and tried to respawn and get some bit of loot. Pero they were in an unfortunate spot and met Mantas, the squad that gave them the last blow of their lives. And this server and RISN is getting the deal of that. Pero mukhang kakalabanin pa nila. Vision Erosion is there as well. And the EMP. And now, Vision is not even that visible dahil makita nga natin that Wasak is trying to live and run for his dear life. They're being hunted down. Pagkataas niya dito and he is getting peppered down from each side. Pero as he tried to go up in that billboard, he actually takes one down pero hindi naman siya mamamatay. And that is that squad's second life trying to redeem themselves.
We're just closing in from all directions, man. Risen rising to the occasion, able to do all that damage, and now somehow we're going to be looking at another fight over towards the north. Meanwhile, Sanctuary Tower is going to be under attack. Iris Ranch out in the hands of Mantas, trying to take down Tunan, who is stuck in the edge of a cliff. And now with the jump pad and the Vision Erosion being brought out, 69 and the rest of the squad trying to close in, but the tracking is just not going to be enough. 2v1, Dax. Yeah, Daxed. That's his name. That's it. He's just gone, man.
Yeah, Tunan was already out, and you can see that Mantis is going to be a deal breaker for them, and mukhang makakapaglaban na dito the earlier finalists or the winners from the last games. And you can see that HLLW is looking to be dealt with early on in this game outside of the zone, and you can see that Dish finally got their revenge. Kahit naman sabihin mo Modern was there to win it, one of the players earlier on was HLLW, and you can see that Dish trying to be the deal blowers for this game right now. 9 squads already, down to 9 from 12. They're just a bit of outside of the zone, so meron pa naman sila ditong first aid kits. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 K1TX fighting against this team, and Modern, champions from last game, is cleaning all up, scouring every possible angles that they could have done, and that is K1TX. One more na lang ang pwede silang maibato dito, pero mukhang lalayo na lang ang isa nilang uhan dito, and that is Snoops against the eventual one squad man dito. So it's going to be 1 versus 1 here, just swap.
Yeah, if they do decide to take this fight, man. Snoops, of course, having dropped down from the sky, only has a Mad Rabbit and very little shield, if any at all, because this spot's already been looted before. If he even tries to take this fight, he's going to be opening himself up the opportunity of just being executed. They have 2 rats here in this situation. Snoops on the prowl for some loot, and G-Boy desperate to stay alive on the outside, man. The annex of Sunflower Shopping Mall seems to be the haven of the one remaining player squads here. Really unfortunate. Meanwhile, Tin Man Industropolis, Tin Man Plex, with all the loot that is inside it, it's gonna be moved out of the direction that anyone's gonna be moving in because of the zone as well. Tunan just on the outside. They're going to make ends meet as they come back from their respawns right now. Armors up as well, and the weapons not very much. No, it's really slim pickings for them. So, in an attempt to improve their quality of life right now, they're trying to get some shield XP. But to KOS and Risen, so the squad are trying to find some opponents on the outside. It looks like the PC players really are hungry for violence tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like the goal for everyone else is to get as many kills as possible, because no one cares about survivability here for some reason. Now Josh will be walking right into Carnivale, opening himself up to violence as the rest of his squad is coming in right behind him. Here comes the EMP to slow them down, to deactivate the little skills that they do have, and Risen doubling down on it as well with the vision erosion. Low-key bad boy right in their faces, being shot down as well. The rest of the squad trying to come to terms with what's going on the other side. Absolute gravity from both sides being released as well. Odi on the inside knows that there has been some opponents trying to find Chase on the outside. Chase gets deleted right now in a 1v2. One from the window, one from the door. There's no way out, good sir. Get your hands up in the air. And now we're down to 7 squads left.
Yeah. Off the cam, you see that Tunan is already being dealt with by Dish. That is, one squad as well na nawala dito, and that was a good attack in Carnivale. That counter gravity by Lucindo was very, very good in those usage of ultimates, especially that vision erosion partnered up with that EMP that could have been very hard to be dealt with. That was the case for that squad. And Mantas, mukhang gugustuhin balikta rin ang laban dito against RAS, and if they could get a bit more better position for them to even attack, because Motel is a very hard area to invade, and if they could lay a siege on them, this would be good. Pero again, the height advantage and without the positioning that Mantas already does not occupy, they want to be more elusive and change what approach that they would have think of.
And the thing about Motel, again, it's so defensible when your opponent's coming in from Carnivale. The problem is when they come in from somewhere else, and that's exactly what they want to do, right? Risen, find a way, worry about where Manta's gonna be coming from, and actually Wasugi gonna find entirety of the squad of Mantis coming right at him. He's gonna be backing off to try and find some backup. And here it comes. Arvyard opening it up, moving forward as the rest of his squad is taking up this land, claiming it for their own dish, waiting for the right time to strike, but they have been exposed. Some shots already connecting onto their players right now, and rather than taking the fight, they try to get away, but the springboard is going to be their main movement. Here comes the EMP shock. Graveyard starting it off now. Dish falling one by one in the hands of the Mantis squad, moving them inside of the building wherein they have no cover. Marky, the rest of the squad trying to stay alive. Now he's going to be all alone as Wasugi has been sprayed down to within an inch of his life. He's trying to isolate these fights, but there's just so many things to worry about. The windows, the doors, every opening in that building is a threat, and now they're closing in on him. They are closing this distance, moving forward. Marky down to very little HP, but he does have the smoke to come out. Mantas, not where it's going to be going on. Trying to come in with a close range fight. Marky doing the best he can, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, you can see that for that opponent from Mantas, Dish was trying to evacuate, but the timing was a bit too late. It was off, and it did not work in the end, because as they were getting pummeled from behind, that was the timing for Mantas to attack them. And now it's going to be Modern's time against Mantas. It's going to be a 4v4, but just as they went above the ridge, Rans felt the bullets hitting from the cranium, and that is one down for. Pero kayang-kaya pa rin naman siya i-revive. Modern now being more cautious on their approach. You can see that Wawa is down to the last health. And Darwin as well. Modern is getting pembered down. So they're going to push and capitalize off this as
Oh,
they're going
no.
to attack.
Up
Using
in
the
the air,
EMP.
the
And
EMP
this is a
shot.
good EMP ultimate gravity as well. Now, just Bob, everything's being done.
I don't know, man. Vision Erosion being brought out. Mantas closing in on their opponents, but they're gonna be falling at the hands of Modern. They're not gonna walk into my house and try to take me out. Modern just deleting the attempt from Mantas. Nothing happens. Now we're down to the last 3 squads, and there's so much space on the map as well. What in the world was that?
Wait, they were supposed to die because, you know, that EMP and that Lucinda combo was so good, but how did they live? I guess the vision erosion was just too much for them, and it cut off some key specific angles that I guess their team for Mantas was, you know, it did not work in the end. That combination did not pan out, and Modern literally was the one who was on their last legs pero hindi gumana. Ito na naman, the lone survivor, J1 Boy for DDCB. Ever since Sunflower, he is taking loot every house. So he's just
the
doing it for
fight's
the place.
going on, though.
What's happening here? They're just cleaning this lobby up, and it's going to be a 4 versus 1.
Yeah, nothing much to say here. Now it's gonna be a question of whether or not DDCB is gonna be able to find some spot to try and do some damage to Modern here, because honestly, there's so much space still on the map. It's only gonna finish closing sometime soon, and G-Boy hoping for the best here. He's gonna be playing with the White Dwarf, which of course is a very powerful weapon in short range. And now Modern, back where we started, G-Boy. It's almost like it's poetic justice. The same spot where he almost died is the same spot that he will die, and they're gonna be closing in. They're gonna be taking a guess here, and they do scan him out. They know exactly where he is now on the second floor. To find the information, the EMP shock to make it easier for them to deactivate him, force him into a position that is not favorable because they are closing in on him. Getting that distance, sprays him down. It's gonna be Modern walking away with the victory.
Yeah, Modern was not even supposed to live against Mantas, pero I guess everything worked out in the end for them. And initially it was, you know, they were in a dire spot after that gunfight from Mantas, and but after that it was a morale booster for them, and they went and get 1 MTW or something like that. And it was a very good thing. It was a very easy spot for them to take this win since it was a 4v1, and they did that perfectly. It was all on J1 Boy, and for DDCB, nakita nga natin na sobrang dali na nila mamatay agad ever since that Sunflower shopping mall. Pero makita nga natin that Modern here, Gabens took them to the win here with 2,000 damage. Medyo lumapit dito sa Darwin, pero ever since Modern was there to clean everyone and take this to a win.
Yeah, gonna be looking out for Modern here. Of course, everyone else on the other side. I think the thing about this lobby is it's pretty unstable. No, you don't really have one dominating team. I mean, we have HLLW, which was champions in the first game, but now they're close to the bottom of the pack. So, man, things are interesting here in Farlight because it's always different every time we move on forward. Of course, one thing's for sure, we did get a lot of action tonight. We're gonna see that every night from now on. I mean, every Thursday, rather.
Yeah, because you can see that ever since mobile and PC were already good in terms of action, and those gunfights na nakita nga natin that was in PC. And I guess that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we will have Valorant 10 mans just swap. So what can you say about this game? It is already good.
Yeah, of course, nothing we can say other than that. Don't forget, if you want to join our customs happening tomorrow, go ahead and join the Discord. Click subscribe on the YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our live streams or any of our events as well. And of course, shout out to our sponsors, MTech, Mary Mart, Delta Sportswear, and Hotel 101. Ladies and gentlemen, with these community nights would not be possible without them, of course. And don't forget to check us out on our socials. That's Kian. I'm Just Suave. That's Kian Cas. It's me, Just Suave. Again, we're on all platforms you can think of: Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. I do not want to call Twitter X. I'm sorry. No, it will be Twitter from now on. And yeah, that's gonna be it for us. One quick Thursday night. See you guys next time.
Ha? Ba't walang pagkain?
Kami bahala dyan.
Sa Merrimart Wholesale, pwede stock ang buong pantry.
Ganto lang yan. Just pick all the food products you want. You can order your favorites in bulk for the whole team to share. Add them all to cart, check out, and then pick your chosen payment option. It'll arrive the very next day.
Wow! Ang galing!
Kompleto na, barato pa. Download the Merrimart Wholesale app today.